Alright, here's how you set up integration between Google Calendar and Todoist. It's a two-way sync, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go into my gear icon here, click on Settings, and then at the very bottom I'm going to hit Integrations. Now any other integrations you have here will show up. I have several integrations with my Todoist, but the one we're looking for is Google Calendar. So I'm going to click on Connect for Google Calendar. It's going to ask me to choose an account, which I will do, and then I have to give it permission. Once I give it permission, I have some options that I can set up here. First is which calendar it's going to go into. And so it's offering to create a new calendar called Todoist, which is what I want to do. I can choose which projects to sync, a specific or all projects. And then it asks me where the tasks created on Google Calendar will go to. And I want to put those in the inbox because I want to be able to move them around. I can set my default event duration, 60 minutes is fine. And then tasks without a due time should be synced as all day events. So that's what I want to do there. So I'm going to hit connect. It takes just a moment. Now it's done. I'll close out of here. I'll come over to calendar, and when I refresh my calendar, so I have to reload my calendar, there's actually going to be a calendar called Todoist. In this case, it's red. So I can have the Todoist on here. So I'm going to go back to today, and I have two events or two calendar items for Todoist. And so right here, it's make sure training website's up to date and then review the next monthly task packet. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to assign this a to-do date. Or time, I mean. I'm going to go in, I'm going to take off an all-day event, and I'm going to say that I want this done at 6 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and save it. And now you'll see it drop down to 6 p.m. So let's show you what happens in Todoist with this. So I'm going to come back in Todoist, and I'm going to refresh Todoist to start with and see if the change has happened. And it hasn't happened yet. So now I'm going to go back into the settings, and I'm going to go back into integrations, and then I'm going to sync it again. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say I want to update using Google Calendar. And so now that is synced. And now I come back into turn off my integrations or get out of my integrations. And you'll see that now today at 6 p.m. I have a training website is up to date. And if I move it around, I can actually move it around on the calendar and the changes happen. So let's come here and I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, let's edit this task. And I'm actually going to change it for tomorrow at 6 p.m. and we'll hit save. Okay. And we'll save there. Now it'll actually be on the next 7 days, which is right here. So now I'm going to go into the settings and I'm going to resync this again, and this time I'm going to change it so that Todoist will integrate or update. So I'm going to go to edit and we'll say, we'll save it and then we'll sync. And then it says tasks that are synchronized by a different title or due date should be ignored, updated Todoist or update Google Calendar. We're going to update Todoist. We'll do that. And now that's synced. And now if you'll notice, there's nothing in there today, but if I go to tomorrow at 6 p.m., make sure the website is up to date is there. So as you can see, it's pretty neat to be able to use Todoist and Google Calendar integration to go both ways with that. And there's a lot of documentation on Todoist website on how the integration works, so make sure that you read through those documents and make sure you understand what's going on before you start changing things between your different apps.